Everybody, it's Bishop Barron. I'm here to tell you about this second volume of the Word on Fire Bible. I just couldn't be more proud of this text and really of this whole project. Remember, we came out with Volume 1 back in June of 2020, so we're at the height of the pandemic. It sold, I think it was 50,000 copies within the first couple of weeks, much to our delight but surprise. And it sold a extraordinary number of copies. I think it's a sign that this Bible was responding to a need. It was responding to a desire people had to appropriate the sacred text, but in a richer and deeper way. And what this Bible has, what's unique to it, is this extraordinary range of commentary. So the biblical text is in this book, but then it's surrounded by voices from the great tradition. I mean, going all the way back to the earliest church fathers, up through the medieval doctors, into the modern times, into contemporary figures. It also has a number of commentaries from me, from sermons and articles and books that I've written around the Bible. But the other feature, besides the commentaries, is the artwork. As anyone knows who's been following Word on Fire, I take beauty very seriously. I think beauty is a way into the gospel. And I think maybe better than anything we've done at Word on Fire, this project shows the power of the beautiful. So let me show you just some of the features here. Here's one that's really interesting. Michael Stevens is the fellow who did a lot of the choosing of the artwork for this book. He writes marvelous essays on these works of art. But for this one, he did something really unique for us. He himself did a painting of the Pentecost. And there it is. It's an original painting done for this project. Our own Father Steve Grunow, the CEO of Word on Fire, did a great commentary on it. But there's Michael Stevens' painting, which is just magnificent, very contemporary, at the same time very traditional depiction of that scene. Let me show you a few more items as you look through just the beauty of this text. Look here. There's the famous Basilic of La Sagrada Familia in Barcelona. It's a beautiful photograph there. The idea is, as you read the biblical text, something about this picture that's associated with the text at that point. And you're meant to meditate upon this to shed light upon what you've read. Look at this. I love this page. It's a depiction of the tomb of St. Peter. And it's broken down in a very interesting way. It's both visually compelling and really fascinating. I think it's in the section, it's from the first letter of Peter. So we want to tell you about this great historical figure. But look at the beauty of that page. Let me show you a few more. I love this. Georges Rouault was a 20th century painter, a great friend of Jacques Maritain, who wrote very movingly, as you know, about art and in relation to religion. And there's one of Rouault's famous Christ images, beautifully presented here against that black backdrop. It's the flagellation of the Lord. So it's told now in connection with, I think it's Philippians. Yeah, beautiful. There's a Van Gogh. I love Van Gogh, and it's a still life. But speaking, as you'll see in Stevens' essay there, a rather powerful religious truth, but just the compelling power of really whatever Van Gogh does. Let me show you a couple more. Gorgeous here from the Byzantine iconic tradition, that famous image of Jesus rescuing Adam and Eve, from limbo. And it just catches almost you call it the athleticism of the risen Christ, but come now to rescue all those who had come before him. But look at that beautiful Byzantine depiction. I might have one more that I marked here. No, that's the Stevens picture. A lot of Gustave Doré, that wonderful 19th century French illustrator. There's one of Doré that I've always loved. There's a lot of him in the text. So what happens, everybody, as you read this, and it happened to me as I was going through Volume 1 and then Volume 2, is it just draws you in. The biblical text, easy to read, but then it comes to life with all this illustration and all this commentary. This one is bigger and better than Volume 1. I think it's 40% bigger than Volume 1. I think we have twice the number of commentators, again, from the ancient world to the contemporary times. I think you'll enjoy it, but here's a principle I learned from Billy Graham a long time ago. If you have a book or a tape or something that has influenced you, well, now give it away. Give it away to a son, to a daughter, to a coworker, to a friend, someone that you know can benefit from it. I want this to be an evangelical tool. Really, everything we do at Word on Fire is about evangelization, but I want this especially to be an evangelical tool. Get it, savor it. May it help you grow in relationship to the Lord, and maybe you could use it as a tool to do your own work of evangelization. And God bless you.